So, starting out in deserts ends up being more challenging, especially with this starting with nothing, because there's no food on the map except animals, because there's supposed to be agave, but there never is. Um, so, and you don't have any weapons, so you have to scrounge steel to make a club is the easiest option, because there's no fucking wood, because there's very few cacti or trees. So, steel club, and then hope there are iguanas, because everything else is harder to kill than an iguana. But you don't have any healing, so you have to patch yourself up without it. And then you have to fend off other wild animals from your crops. I had to beat to death a number of gazelles because they were eating my food while I was starving, so they got to be food. And also where the healing was growing when I couldn't patch myself up from said fights. I've actually gotten stuff grown now. I am inspired for trade, and I have some stuff for sale, but it's not a good time of day to leave for that. So, this place is a little small, not a lot of room for storage. Even when I expand into here to have more storage space, because in here needs to be clean. This works better when it's clean. Also, well, works faster when it's clean. Also, hospitals should be clean. Oh, cool. Thanks. That can't just sit outside like that. Or you could do that. Sure. Yeah, I don't have anything to go do. I have to go through some slightly mountainous stuff there to get to you. Yeah, you're closer, technically. Having a character that doesn't care about whether or not food is cooked also means they don't care about whether or not they're eating kibble. So, and kibble is less efficient than pemmican, but it doesn't ever spoil. And the food not spoiling matters. Also, to get to pemmican, I need to be able to have a fueled stove, which requires wood to burn, which means I have to research being able to grow trees and then plant them and have that work, and things come through and eat those too. So, kibble is easier and doesn't spoil. No, actually, everything's in the same category. And then these little scraps can also go. I might get more, but I don't have a lot of storage space, so getting rid of little scraps gets me more room. I used all of the stacks I had up as efficiently as I could. And I only really need like a day and a half worth. Just in case. Oh. Yeah, those, they buy those, the more advanced ones, the purple ones don't. That way I'll have a single full stack and that can sit next to it, but it's fine. It's fine. Really. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't matter if I were going to here. If I have less than like 3-4 days food, maybe more. I think it's at least 4, honestly. If I'm leaving home without way more food than I can possibly need for most of the trips I make, it throws a fit. Every time. I think it's kind of dumb. Well, not dumb. Stupid. Timing was just about right. You took a little less time picking things up than I thought you would. But not by much. There. That's usually a 6%. Not that I had a whole lot of stuff for sale, but it's fine. The round trip isn't very long. Roads without mountains to deal with. Or hills. Stragglers. Once I had enough stuff for a while, I just removed the crops I was growing, but those had been replanted because something had eaten them. And kind of got left behind. That's fine. There. Clean. I had gotten a fetch quest that happened to have art. Because while an ascetic likes their room to be awful, they still want other things to be better. piles of stuff are ugly. So, one, putting the money in there adds to the ugly of the room, but it also gives more storage space here. Hay is great because it has bigger stacks. It lasts longer than... It lasts as long as corn, but only takes a little longer than rice to grow. And I can use it to make kibble. People can't eat hay raw, but people can eat hay and kibble. And it drops in decent sized stacks, so yeah. Growing hay to eat and growing rice to eat because it grows fastest while waiting for the hay to come in and being able to use that to turn meat into kibble. So yeah, I should be okay on food now. The first thing I'm researching is fucking trees. Because, yeah. And unless I get a fetch quest to a different biome, which is possible, in which case I might chop down a couple of trees just to bring some wood home, but it's heavy, so I can't carry a whole lot. It's not a particularly efficient way to get that done, but I have access to plenty of steel and can get plenty more. I'm kind of holding off on... I don't care about rescuing people. Where are you? Also, I hate that they add this bullshit in. Yeah, fuck you, I'm gonna load. One, don't add that shit in. I don't want it. Like, give me a way to toggle that. That doesn't make it more engaging, it makes it more obnoxious. When you've given me a quest type that I don't want in the first place, and now you're attaching baggage to it that... No. In some of the starting scenarios, it doesn't even make sense how that would happen. So, but this is what I'm doing right now. I'm making do with this smaller spot because, well, I wanted to be closer. I look at, well, this, the good spots for growing, places where I can have shelter and proximity to good power source, and it's usually 2 out of 3. Like, there's plenty of space here and lots here. Too far away. The other side over here isn't terrible either, but yeah. That's one of those warning zones. So, not a buildable spot, certainly not right away. This, it had a different door here, but it was this I haven't torn down yet. And it actually had a door just sitting there. There wasn't anything behind it. I had to dig out behind it. but that it... Oh, okay. Well, sure. That makes things a little easier. Because it doesn't count as indoors until it has a door. So, this slightly small space is what I'm working with. And it's going fine. Now, I had to eat a few iguanas, just waiting for stuff because they were the easiest food available, and there were enough of them that I was doing mostly okay. But then the gazelles showed up and started eating my crops, and I had to beat like 4 of them to death. Got fucked up each time. I didn't even get to heal between all of them before another one came along, started grazing on my crops. Fuckers. What I'm happy about is that no birds got involved. I don't think I would have survived that. Those fuckers are vicious. And that's just based on reality. But yeah, no, I expect it would have gone worse for me than a fist fight with a gazelle. Well, I have a club, but really, I don't want to be within arm's range of a bird. I will lose the arm. Anyway, that's what I'm doing.